Hello everyone, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be discussing theories and predictions for chapter 138 of Attack on Titan. Last chapter left me very confused and with many questions, so I just want to get out some of those thoughts about what it could all mean. Everything I say will be on my personal opinion based on my own perception of this series, so if you think something different will happen, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Anyways, let's get started with the predictions. Last chapter ended with Armin starting to transform, so chapter 138 could open with the full transformation and explosion. It'll show us the result of the choice he made. The explosion will consume the resurrected Titan shifters, Reiner and the Titan spine, and all of Eren's Titan. I personally don't think that Reiner will make it through the explosion. He's made his final resolve and this is where he dies. It would be a unique decision since Reiner wanted to unalive himself so many times before, so instead of having Reiner make peace with life, he would get his wish to die. I'd like to say that Reiner was able to forgive himself after everything he did, especially after Jean forgave him, but I feel like Reiner will always be tormented by his sins. Though this decision does seem different because he made the sacrifice for the cause and not because he was thinking about ending his life. Isayama could always subvert my expectations and figure out another way to keep Reiner alive because the man is basically immortal. At this point, it would be quite painful to see any of the remaining characters die since they're all so close to the end. If Reiner and Armin are able to kill the Titan spine, it's possible that it will destroy the Titan powers and paths altogether. Considering that it's the source of all Titans in the first place, if it gets blown up, then maybe everything related to it will be destroyed, including Eren and Ymir, and possibly even all of the Titan shifters and Eldians in general. I've liked the theory of the Titan powers being destroyed altogether for a while now, but I always thought that Eren would have to stick his hand into the path's coordinate and make some kind of command, which he still might have to do something like that, but also killing the spine couldn't hurt, you know? In some way, it does make sense for Eren, Reiner, and Armin to all be together right now. It started with Eren, the Armored Titan, and the Colossal Titan, so it ends with them as well. Reiner and Eren are also parallels of one another, and we can see how they've basically switched places in the story. Eren, Reiner, and Armin all have such distinct ways that they've thought about freedom, so it's interesting to see how they're intercepting now. For Reiner, freedom was his own death. For Eren, freedom was the death of others. And for Armin, freedom was joy. It also makes sense that Reiner, Jean, and Armin had some sort of final moment with Eren, since it was his enemy, his rival, and his best friend. Now there just needs to be a final moment with Mikasa, and I think that will be the biggest one of all. I'm still holding out hope that we'll see the See You Later Eren panel, but I also just want to see them together one last time. Something just needs to happen for Mikasa to go to Eren so that she can wrap her little scarf around him. Maybe she'll be the one to deal the final blow, or maybe she'll find him dying and stay with him, but something has to happen with her. So Reiner might die in the explosion, but I don't think Eren will be dead like they expect. Jean blew up the Titan's nape, but Eren wasn't in there at all. He has the Warhammer powers, so he could literally be anywhere. I'm not sure if he's in a crystal like Lady Tiber, because when we last saw his body, he looked to be in a fleshy part of the Titan. But the only fleshy part that I can see on this Titan was the head. So, I mean, he could be hiding behind a bone or something because I really don't think he's at the head. It's also a possibility that Eren is already dead. He could have died the moment his head got blown off by Gabby. Eren's Titan form hasn't reacted the entire time the rumbling has been initiated, which is very strange to me. The last time we actually saw Eren as he is, as an adult, his head was still detached from his body and his eyes were closed. Personally, I don't think he's fully dead, but I do think he's in some kind of comatose state like the first time he transformed. Armin had to wake him up then, and Armin will have to wake him up now. Since the rumbling started, we've only ever seen Eren's consciousness as a child in paths. We saw this when he appeared to Armin alone, and when him and Ymir appeared to the Alliance with clouded eyes. We haven't actually seen Eren outside of paths, but we have seen Ymir on multiple occasions. The first time was when the two brothers were being crushed. One of them saw Ymir. She appeared again when she saw the Alliance killing the Beast Titan. The most recent time we saw her was when she watched Armin and Zeke talk to the Titan shifters, though this one was in paths. It seems that Ymir knows what's going on and has been watching them this whole time. She's the one pulling the strings and Eren is the puppet. At least that's what I thought until last chapter. I'm not really sure if she released Zeke from paths, but it really did seem like it. Why would she do that if she was helping Eren with the rumbling? What changed her mind? Was he actually the one controlling her even though she made the choice to help him? Has Eren taken her place in paths as a slave to humanity? Eren having to switch places with Ymir is another theory that I've talked about on this channel. When he freed her, it's possible that he took her place and that's why he hasn't been outside of paths or shown up as an adult. He sacrificed his own freedom and humanity for the freedom of the people that he loves. How tragic would it be for the one who talked about freedom the most be the only one who never achieves it? But after killing millions and millions of people, I don't think that Eren will get a happy ending. There just seems to be a part of Eren and Ymir's thinking that hasn't really been shown yet. We still don't know their true intentions. I don't think the full truth of his plan has been revealed to the readers or to the Alliance. There has to be more to the plan than just killing the entire world. Eren has seen the future memories, so he has insight that probably hasn't been explained. A chapter with some more context and with their perspective would be really nice. The final battle could be between Armin and Eren like it seems to be setting up, but it could also be a final battle between Eren and Ymir. Maybe it'll be some kind of psychic battle in paths or something. It is possible that the current conflict will resolve in chapter 138 and the final chapter would be some kind of explanation or epilogue of sorts. I don't think that we'll see Historia until the last chapter, especially with the final panel relating to a baby, though I don't think that the final panel was her baby. I think it was baby Eren with Grisha. If they don't somehow destroy paths and the Titan powers, then Historia's baby is probably gonna have the Beast Titan since Zeke was killed without transferring his powers. He has royal blood in him, so it would kind of make sense for the powers to go to next of kin, you know what I mean? Maybe the Titan powers have been destroyed, but her baby gets the powers anyway, signaling that the cycle can never be broken. Which would be a very hard pill to swallow. But the baby could likely just be to show us that the new generation will finally be free and at peace thanks to the sacrifice of countless people. Other than Reiner and Eren, I actually think it's possible for the rest of the group to get away and survive. Like I said, I would be devastated if any of them die now because of how close to the end they are, but unless something happens, they could all get away. Though this is probably too optimistic for Attack on Titan because knowing Isayama, something is definitely going to happen. I don't really know what the world is gonna do after this war, but hopefully the remaining people of the world will be able to get along. Though Eren did bring their worst fears to life, it seemed like some of the Marleyans understood how it got to that point. Maybe everyone will come together and form one nation. I'd like to see Annie reunite with her father, but we really don't know if he's even alive at the moment. It's also hard to say what will come of Paradise Island and the Survey Corps. Will the people of Paradise stay on the island or will they venture out? Will they still see the Alliance as traitors? Will the Survey Corps and the other regiments even need to exist anymore? I feel like whatever the scouts do, Levi will not take part. He's fulfilled his promise to Erwin and he's carried out the lives of his comrades to peace. Maybe he'll help out with Historia's orphanage, maybe he'll live out his days on a peaceful cottage, maybe he'll open up his own tea shop. I kind of like to imagine after the war is over, Levi and Mikasa end up finding a family in each other and get really close since they're the last Ackermans and everyone they've ever loved ends up dead. I honestly don't see either of them having a love interest at the end. I know some people would like to see Jean and Mikasa together since we know he'd treat her like a queen, but I could also see Jean and Peak ending up together after the last few chapters. Hopefully Jean and Connie stay close together though. It would also make sense for Mikasa to stay close to Armin too, but Armin is probably gonna get married to Annie. Although I don't think everybody has to be in a relationship to be happy either, so we'll see how that goes. In the end, Mikasa and Levi are the ones who would be alone, so I can see them living together in silence. I do think Armin will be the commander of a reformed Survey Corps. Maybe they'll even change the name of it. Their goals will be different, but their mission will still be the same as always, the hope of mankind. They'll still be the ones who seek out the truth and push forward for humanity. Armin will lead the newer generations, as in the 104th Squad, the Warriors, Gabi and Falco, maybe even Kaya, and probably some more people along the way. This will fully signify the passing of the torch from the veteran soldiers to the new ones. Their old mission against the Titans is complete. I expect right after the war they'll be doing search and rescue type missions looking for survivors and helping them. In the future, I can see Armin at the front of international relations working with other nations to create a system for lasting peace. Honestly, we may never see what happens when they get that far, but this is what I can see happening. Since Armin Norman is the narrator of the story, he could be rewriting history books and telling the story of the Attack Titan. This is kind of a common trope in stories, but it would still make sense. I've also been wondering if the final panel really will be the one with the baby, or if Isayama has decided to change it. Either way, I'm both very excited and very nervous for these last 2 chapters of Attack on Titan. It'll truly be the end of an era. So there we have it, folks. Those are all of the predictions I have as of now. Hopefully we will get some answers next chapter. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, comment the monkey emoji, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!